It's Monday, November 11th, 2024. Today Dan is going to join me. He shot one Saturday, and he's going to try to film us kill something. We've been trying to do this for a while, but we've never really killed early enough for us to both hunt together during November, or we just haven't had it happen. So hopefully sometime this week we'll get a nice buck killed on film. So anyways, I'm gonna go meet up with Dan and then we're gonna head out. Got Dan with me. He's the cameraman today. He's got his killing machine. This is what he killed Saturday. So
what'd you think he'd have been tempted?
I would have been tempted for sure.
I thought he was smaller. I mean, it ain't like a huge deer, but
no, he would be tempting today. But
yeah, he seems smaller than that. Like he didn't get closer than 35 yards, and for the most time he was at like 70 and 80. And then a doe went this way, and then he was following her, but he decided to cut down. He got to 30. I think he might have been 38. The tree I ranged, he went behind it.
Here's the morning update. Seen 2 does. About 40 yards up the hill. That's about it. Dan's bike pedal fell off on the way in this morning, so he just got down. It's about noon, so he got down and he's headed back to the bike shop to go get that fix. But so I come back up and I'll sit here till the evening. It was super windy. I don't know if you can hear me or not with the wind, but I got down, and last night I spooked Saturday night I spooked some does bedded on the side of the road. So I hiked over and I'm on the ground where I seen them does. So I'm gonna try to do an observation sit and see if I can see any deer movement. Only seen 2 does today. Back at the truck. Did see 2 deer at the parking lot just now in the dark, so I'm not gonna count those. But well, I'm gonna go down to camp, cook some burgers for the fellas, and then we're gonna get back after it tomorrow. It is November 12th. It's about a 10-degree difference from yesterday. Clear skies, kind of windy. Still a little windy, but we're hopeful that the deer will be moving today. It's gotta be better yesterday. You ready to get after it, Dan? Hopefully we don't lose a bike pedal today.
Good.
So we'll be ready for them.
We're gonna be in tall cotton if we don't.
Yeah. Alright, here's the morning update. We've seen at least 2 deer, but maybe 4. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It could have been the same deer or more, but they're all out of range. But we're gonna move over to where Dan shot his buck. Hopefully there's still hot doe somewhere in there. But if it starts heating up over on this ridge, we're gonna bounce it back. But we're gonna go move over there for the evening and set tomorrow. Alright guys, we are set up for the evening. Dan's in the tree stand, I'm in the saddle. Tree's a little wonky. Tree's a little wonky, but we're gonna make it work. Got this little tree behind me, but got shooting lanes all the way through here. Dan shot his deer somewhere over in there, and then it died right over there. So we're hoping something comes in tonight. We'll be here tomorrow too, so let's get something killed. Alright, well, it is the end of November 12th. We saw 2 does up top, not in range, and then that's about it. So we're gonna go back in there tomorrow morning and hopefully have a better hunt. It's supposed to be colder in the morning, so looking forward to that. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. We're getting our butts kicked this week, but no mature bucks, or at least no shooter bucks seen for at least me. Dan shot one November 9th. That was a good day. Just didn't have any bucks trailing any of the deer I saw. But hopefully today will change. Here's the midday update. We've only seen 2 does. That was a couple hours after daylight. So other than that, it's been a very fun day. Dan has been showing me buck pictures from everybody, making me feel really good. Our buddy Soul saw a big one today, so hopefully he'll get something.
He probably got it dragged out and caved out.
Probably so. We've been debating on going somewhere else and scouting, but you never know. What is it, Dan? Patience kills? Is that the saying?
I don't know what to say.
I tell you what, we ain't killing nothing.
Nothing but time.
Nothing but time. The evening update, we seen 2 does. They crossed up top by the trail. And then a little bit later, a small buck was on their trail, so like a little 3-pointer. So we saw where they wanted to cross. They crossed there twice, 2 days in a row. So we're thinking hunting the same spot after this rain, and then maybe in the afternoon move over to where they are crossing, and hopefully catch some cruisers over there, or catch something on their trail. So we're gonna sit it out the rest of the evening, but we got a game plan for the next time we're in here. Alright, it's November 15th. We took November 14th off because it was pouring rain all day. So yeah, didn't want to sit out in the rain. Been a little pansy, but hopefully that big rain yesterday gets these deer moving today, and we'll get a shot at something. So I'm gonna go meet Dan at the parking lot. We're gonna head on in. I feel like I ruined it. I don't know how I did. No, you're good, dude. Alright, we just had a freaking shooter come to the base of our tree. It's 7:42 right now, and he came to the base of the tree, stopped. I think he got our scent, and then he just trotted off to the right, and I dropped back. I drew back, and there's just so many small trees in the way. I couldn't get a shot, and he just kind of walked off. So we're hoping he comes back. If not, we're gonna move up in the direction he came or went to. Hopefully, get him cruising back this evening, or maybe even afternoon. Who knows? But that's a good sign. Big bucks are cruising now. So. a little high. I'm pretty confident Matt, he didn't get off this flat, but hopefully he's still on the flat. He came up from the left, and then he went under this tree. I spun around. I think I shot him a little high, because he was like, what, 5-10 yards away. So I think I just used my 20-yard pin, so I think I didn't aim too much. But I don't know where that buck is. He came up from that tree. But we got one shot. An arrow's in him for sure, so we're gonna sit tight and hopefully be on the blood trail later.
Hell of a morning.
Hell of a morning. Alright, so I'm down on the ground. That's where that big 8 or 9 point was. Just right there. Like just straight below us. And then it ran off there. And I really couldn't shoot between these trees, there's too many limbs. And then it circled up the hill right there. Way too far for bow. We're getting down now. And we're gonna go track. It's starting to rain pretty good, so we're gonna try to find some blood and get on it. Yeah. Alright guys, we found first blood here on the downside. It's not much. It's not much, and it's raining, so it's raining fairly hard too. But hopefully the arrow is still in him. Hopefully it'll start opening up here soon. Yeah. So we're following pretty decent blood. He stopped right here. Still haven't found the arrow. Still haven't found an arrow. Well, it's not looking good for today anyways. We followed blood for about 100, 150 yards and kind of just dried up, just little spots, and then we couldn't find anything. The rain didn't help. Then we body searched there for a little bit. We walked down a couple benches lower and hiked a couple benches back up. But if he's dying, he didn't die anywhere close to here, so we're gonna give it some time. November 15th recap. Had a giant buck come to the base of our tree. He got our scent, looked up, and he kind of wandered off, and I couldn't really get a shot at him because there was a bunch of limbs. And then not 10-15 minutes later, another buck came up out of the drainage, came underneath our tree, and then I shot him about 10 yards away from the tree. I hit him pretty high. We waited a while. It rained on us, so we got down after a couple hours and started tracking. We were on blood, and then it just dried up. It was just drops. And then so we looked for a couple hours. We walked, started body searching. I think I bumped up. It looked like the buck, but I'm not sure. So he was at least alive when we were tracking, if that was him. So then we sent off the pictures of the hit to a bunch of buddies, and they think it's a non-lethal hit. It looked like it was just missed, just very, very high, and maybe on the off shoulder, so not much penetration either. So we backed out. We climbed up in a tree for this evening. We had a doe come past us about, I don't know, 2 o'clock, and then after that we got nothing. So we're gonna head back in there in the morning and hopefully have another encounter. We are headed into the same spot. We saw that big one yesterday morning. We moved up the hill a little bit, so hopefully that buck will come by, but hopefully something worth shooting to come by this morning. But I think we're only gonna hunt like half a day. Dan's gonna go back, take down camp, and then I might go find a spot to set up Sunday morning. We just got down. We seen 2 does earlier in the morning, and then another doe came by, and a little spike was following it, and then the spike came back by and hit a scrape just a little bit away from us, and then it got real slow. I helped Dan pack up his tent and all his other stuff, and now I'm about to hike up this drainage and try to find a spot for tomorrow morning. So I'm just gonna set it and then come back out, and then tomorrow will be my last little hoorah before I gotta go back to work. So I'm set up. Got a couple, probably about 4 sticks high. I might be 18, 20 foot high. I got a bunch of thick stuff over here. That 2021 buck actually died right there by them rocks. I think they cruise up here. So hopefully they'll be running around on this little flat right here. But if not, and they're up there, this will be a good observation sit and maybe even a good rifle spot. But I think I should see at least 8 deer in here tomorrow. It's November 17th, 2024. Last day of Rutcation. So, should have made it happen a couple days ago, but I didn't. So, here I am, giving it one last effort. Probably just gonna hunt the morning, come back, chill with the family before I go back to work. Well, I'm down to the last couple hours of my hunt, so I've seen at least 2 deer. One, it was in the dark, and she came running straight down off the hill. And then in the daylight, a doe came off the hill. It was a real small one, and she worked her way over into the thick stuff. Other than that, no bucks. I got a couple more hours, so last hours of the last hunt of Rutcation. Let's see what happens. I got everything packed up, ready to go. So I think that's it for Rutcation 2024. We had our chance, we blew it, but that's bow hunting. Just gotta be better. But all in all, pretty slow week. One day of seeing actual shooter bucks, but it's been a good time. Thanks Dan for spending most of the week with me, and looking forward to getting after it for rifle season. Maybe even one more weekend of bow before rifle, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get something on the ground before the end of the year. So that's it for Rutcation 2024.